Yes, it's 8:01 now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be starting the show. Doop doo doo doo, doo 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 doo, doo 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 doo. Do 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 do. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome onto the stage with lots of clappy emojis your host for tonight. Here's for you, mentalist Timon Krause. Woo! Shit, applause. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's an absolute pleasure to be here. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's quite enough of the applause. Well, thank you. I really appreciate all of you being here. So many people turning up. Thank you. Wow, this is almost getting embarrassing. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Wow, that was quite the storm of applause. Thanks for being here tonight at Mind Games Online, the first show of its kind. Before we start the show, just allow me to indulge for 1 minute. There are some people that believe hope to be like a bubble that will burst at the slightest touch. Now, I don't believe that, and I believe you don't believe that either, otherwise we wouldn't be here. And so with that in mind, let's start into the show. Before we get into the show proper and call people onto the stage, because we're all isolated, I'd like to do an experiment that we're all going to be doing together. Not only to show you that we think in the same way, but to have an experience that all of us can share. Here's how this is going to work, and I invite you to actually follow along at home. I will be reading your mind through Instagram. Here's how it's going to work. I would like everyone to think about a number between 1 and 10 right now. Now, chances are that you thought of 3 or 7, and if you did, just hit me up in the comments below. We're going to repeat the experiment. I'd like everyone to think of a number between 1 and 10. Now, if you're a woman, please think of an even number, like 2, 4, 6, 8. If you're a man, please think of an odd number, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, not divisible by 2. Do you have a number in mind? Fantastic. I'm going to read off a list of 10 descriptions. I would like you to remember the description that turns up at your number. For example, if you're thinking of 3, you're going to remember the description that comes up at 3. Here we go. 1. Precious metal. 2. Yarn. 3. Cutlery. 4. Golden color. 5. Highly polished. 6. A ball. 7. Sharp. 8. Cat's toy. 9. A carving tool. 10. Round. Please remember your description. I'm now going to read off 10 items, 10 objects. I would like you to remember the object that best matches the item description. Remember the object that best matches your description. Blue felt tip pen. Postage stamp. Shining silver carving knife. Yellow ball of yarn. Original oil painting. Old felt hat. Penguin. Western stagecoach. Antique clock. And a China coffee cup. You all have an object in mind right now. Now, if my influence worked correctly, all the gentlemen should now be thinking of a shining silver carving knife. And if that's correct, please high five yourself or drop one in the comments. Shining silver carving knife for all the gentlemen. All the ladies should now be thinking, if my influence worked, of a yellow ball of yarn. And if you thought of yellow ball of yarn, please high five yourselves or drop one in the comments. Welcome to the show. Now, as I said before, this show is going to be a collaborative effort. So I'm going to need your comments and I'm going to need to call people onto the stage. And we're going to begin with that right now. I received a few requests of people that would like to be volunteers. I'm going to pick one of you at random from the list. Let's see. I'm going to be calling you into the live stream. Okay, I just get a response. Okay, waiting for the live stream to turn up. Sort of beeping right now. And let's see if
wait a second.
Works. Hello.
Hi.
Here we go. Who am I talking to? Can I get your name?
Yeah, I'm Jan.
Jan.
From Cologne.
Welcome. Thanks so much for tuning in today. You're from Cologne. That's not so far from here. I'm in Amsterdam. I'm in Cologne frequently. Actually, I'm going to be performing in Cologne in November. And because you're the first spectator right now, I would like you to get 2 free tickets for the show. So hit me up after the live stream. Thanks for tuning in. You're going to get 2 free tickets for the show. I hope you're going to come. All right. Yeah, you're welcome. That experiment just then, did that work? Were you thinking
no,
of...
I actually had... No, I had the number 5, so the highly polished knife.
There you go. Okay, so you were thinking of a highly polished knife.
Yeah.
Good. Perfect. Now, I'd like to go one step further with you. I believe that you're probably in possession of a bank card, right? Like a credit card, my Yes Pro card. And if I need to translate anything, just let me know. I'm happy to do that. Okay? Cool. So you have one, and there's a PIN code attached for it, correct?
Yes.
That's 4 digits. Like in the Netherlands, it would be 4 digits over there as well, yes?
Okay, yes.
Perfect. What's your PIN code? I'm just kidding, obviously. You're not going to tell me. And you wouldn't tell while 250 people are watching along. But if you're okay with it, I'd like to take a peek inside your mind. And I'd like to try and guess what you're thinking of. Is that okay?
Sure, try.
Perfect. Now, if anyone has ever seen me do this, I usually have to touch the person. This is impossible for me at this point. So, yes, exactly. I'm going to ask you to please put your hand forward like this. Yeah, there you go. And now, please, do you know what happens when I say do not think about a blue elephant? What's going to happen?
I'm going to think about the blue elephant.
Right? Take your hand away for a moment. Everyone, this is like when I say to Jan, I look him into the eyes and I say, Jan, please do not think about me naked.
Oh, this picture.
And you can see that it works. It's a solid psychological technique. Okay, Jan.
I didn't expect that.
I'm sorry?
I didn't expect that.
I know, neither did I. Okay, put your hand again. And please do everything not to think about the first digit of your PIN code. Do everything not to think about it. And count from 1 to 10, or from 1 to 9 and then 0. Loud and slowly. Go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And a 0. Okay, do that again, a little quicker this time. Go ahead.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0.
Is the first digit of your PIN code a 1?
No.
Then it's a 9, isn't it?
Yes.
Perfect. I wasn't sure. They're so close. It's a 9. Okay, fantastic. I'm really, really bloody nervous. I've never done this online, so it's super hard and it's super exciting for me that it works. Okay, great. Put your hand out. This is not strictly necessary, but it does give me the feeling of being on stage with you. Go ahead, count again from 1 up to 0. Go.
For the second digit?
Yes.
Okay.
Do not think about the second digit. Do everything not to think about it. Go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0.
Now the interesting thing is, you can tell this to your friends, when people don't think about the second digit, they often consciously or subconsciously think about the third digit. Is the third digit a 0?
Yes.
Fantastic.
I actually tried to think of another number, but yeah.
You were thinking about a different number? What's the different number you're thinking of from your PIN code?
No.
Just a completely unrelated one. Okay. Okay, let's try and get the last ones together, okay? Put your hand forward. Okay, just confirm to the audience that we, like, I guess people might see this from your direction, but we don't actually know each other.
No. Never
Okay.
seen each other or anything.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you. Put your hand forward and count again. And this time, try not to think of either of the digits. Go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0.
All right. Jan, we're going to need your reaction. I'm going to call out 4 digits in a moment. If they're correct, just say yes or say that's correct, or say, fuck yeah, you can react any way you want. I'm going to call out 4 digits. I'm going to try and get them all at once. Actually, let's try it this way. I'm going to write them down right here. Close your eyes for a moment, if you will.
Okay.
Close your eyes. Okay. Now, actually, this is going to be hard. Fuck. Okay. So you guys are going to see this mirrored in a moment. Okay. So keep your eyes closed. Okay. So essentially, this was the first digit. Okay. You're seeing this mirrored right now. I didn't think about that. This was the first digit he was thinking of. So this is the second one that we're still missing. I think that's clear. That's the third one, the 0 that we already got. This is the fourth one. It's going this way. Jan, with your eyes closed, will you just tell us your complete PIN code, please?
9801.
Open your eyes. 9801. We're on point. Jan, you did fantastic. I think you're going to get a lot of clappy smileys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't hang up, please. I'm going to have to hang up. That way we're going to avoid the most likes. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're going to enjoy the rest of the show. Really appreciate it.
Thanks.
Cheers. Give me and remember at the show, hit me up for those free tickets. Thanks, man.
I will. Thank you.
Cheers. There we go. Okay, we're going to... That was super, super exciting. Okay. Just going to take about 10 seconds to allow me to cool down for a moment, and I'm going to call more of you into the live. Okay, there we go. So we got more people requesting to be in live. Now I'm going to have to try and find someone that is at least 18 years old, and I sort of just have to go, I can only go by your profile pictures. This is a picture of an otter, so that's no good. Someone that is at least 18 years old. Okay, I'm going to call someone. I hope they're going to pick up for this next one. You don't need to be 18 years old for most of these experiments, but you'll see why this one is important in a moment. Hello. Okay, can you just say something?
Hello, yeah.
I can. Here we go. How are you?
Sorry?
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Perfect. Who are we speaking to?
I'm Patrick. I'm from Germany, around Würzburg.
Around Würzburg. That's a little further away. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Now, Patrick, don't say another word. Just give me one moment. I just need to prepare something right here now that I'm looking at you. Can you sort of just, if that's okay, unless you're not dressed, can you just pan down to your body so I can sort of see what you're wearing right now?
Is that okay? Can you see it?
Yep, that's quite okay. Okay, you can pan back up however it's comfortable. Let me just give me just 1 second. Okay, there we go. Perfect. All right, Patrick, believe it or not, but I think I already have you figured out. I think I know everything there is to know about you.
Okay.
Well, that's not entirely true, not everything, but at least enough to have made an estimation about you that will help me. There we go. That will help me reveal something about your character in a moment. We're going to go on a quick character analysis, if that's cool with you.
Sure.
All right. Now, Jan, I'd like you to imagine that you're going to maybe Movie Park Germany, and there's roller coasters there. Now, there are 2 roller coasters. One of them is super fast, it's super flashy, it goes up and down, the cars are red, and one of them is really, really dark. The cars are black, it's more mysterious, there's torches standing there, it goes into a dark tunnel, disappears. You can only go onto one of the roller coasters. Which one are you going on?
Do you want me to tell you, or do you want to figure it out?
Tell me.
Okay. I think I'll go with the second one, with the dark one.
You'll go onto the dark, mysterious, slower one with the black cards?
Yes.
All right, great. Now you're going to stand in line for a little while. When you go to the front, there's 2 different type of roller coaster cars. One of the cars to the left looks sort of sleek, more angular, more like a race car. One of the cards looks a bit more rounded. Which one are you going to go on to? Are you going to take the sleek race car-like one or the more comfortable sort of padded one?
The race car.
I'm going to get into the race car. All right. So you're going to step into the race car. It's going to be a great ride. The ride is going to last anywhere between 1 minute and, I guess, 10 minutes, maybe a little longer. If it goes really long, it can last up to 13 minutes. How long is the ride going to last?
It's going to last 8 minutes.
It's going to last exactly 8 minutes. Now,
Yes.
Patrick, this wasn't just a random visualization. Everything that we went through stands for something. Actually, what this character test tells me, and you guys can try this out at home with your friends, it tells me what kind of guy you are in that when it comes to sex. I'll give you the key for it. You look a little bit doubtful right there. I'll give you the key for it. Okay, so first you're going to decide on the roller coaster. Is it going to be fast or is it going to be slow? This represents the type of lovemaking. And you went for the sort of slow, romantic, maybe the gentle lovemaking. Don't tell me any details. I don't need to know that. Now, the race cars represent what you're looking for in a partner. The sort of sleek, angular ones, it's a personality thing as much as an outside thing, sort of how they look. The sleek, race car-y ones are probably the people that are more of analytical thinkers, the sort of sober people, while the other ones are more of the woo-woo people. How long it takes represents how long you usually take for lovemaking, or how fast it's usually over. And for you, this was 8 minutes. I think that's okay. We're all in quarantine, so I get it. Now, this obviously wasn't just a character test, and you saw me do something with these cards before. Because while we went through the test, you also created a playing card. You did this as follows. At the beginning, you chose red or black cards, or red or black roller coaster, and you went for the
Black ones?
You went for the black ones, which is black playing cards. There's clubs, that's the...
And spades.
And spades, exactly. You could have gone for the round ones, the clubs, or the angular ones, the spades, and you went for?
The spades.
You went for spades, and you gave it a value. What value did you give the card?
The 8.
You gave it the
8 of spades.
Of spades, exactly. Now let's take a quick look through here. Now, I don't know if you can see this on the screen, but all of these cards are face up, save for one card that I turned face down. Before we started this, there's a single one right here. Yes. Now I said that I figured you out just from looking at you, just from knowing the way that you dress, just from having talked to you for about 20 seconds, and I knew exactly that in that you would be an 8 of spades kind of guy. So perfectly well done. Thank you so much, Patrick. You did really, really well. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks so much for tuning in. It was great having you. Please don't hang up. I'm going to have to hang up. I think you're going to get a lot of clappy smileys down there. Thanks, Patrick.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. All right. And Patrick is gone. I hope you guys enjoyed that. This was an experimental thing that I don't really get to do on stage because I'm too far away on stage. Let's continue. There are different ways to do mind reading. One of the ways to do mind reading is to try and read someone, gauge their reactions. Another one is to try and figure out their personality, try and sort of estimate how they're going to behave. Another one is influence, and this is my specialty. I originally come from hypnosis, so I've learned a lot about influence, and I'd like to show you. Let's see if I can find people. There are the invites. And more people are sending invites, which is great. I'm just going to grab another one. There we go. And let's see if someone's going to be picking up for us. So we're waiting. Hello.
Hi.
Hey. Oh man, we're having a men only thing right now. I think I'm gonna make sure that the next person that I'm going to be calling up is hopefully going to be a woman. We can't see you anymore.
Well, I can't see me either. I don't know what's the problem.
You just flipped your picture. You need to, there you go.
Is it back to me now?
Great. Who am I speaking to?
Julian.
Sorry?
Julian.
Wait, there's something happening here. Julian. Sorry. Okay. Now I got you. I think it was lagging for a moment. Julian, you said?
Yeah.
Great having you. How are you?
I am great. How are you?
I'm good, Julian. Fantastic. Now, Julian, I see that you're sitting at your desk. Is that correct?
That is correct.
If you take a quick look around your desk, do you have pen and paper there?
I have.
Okay. Perfect. Can you just grab that for me?
Yeah.
All right. In a moment, not just yet, but in a moment, you're going to need them. Now, before that happens, I will need you, and this is going to sound odd, but I will need you for about 20 seconds to close your eyes and cover your ears. Now, it's important that when you cover your ears, I'm going to explain something to the viewers. You can see this later when I upload this live show. It's important that you can't hear what I'm saying, okay? So really do your best to really not hear it. If you need to go to the back of the room, that's fine. About 20 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, fantastic. So I hope you really can't hear me. Okay, he's leaving. Okay, great. So essentially, I'm going to try and influence him in a moment. I want you to check what my hands are doing. I'm going to try and influence him via my hands movements. Sort of like subliminal messaging, even though that has been shown not to work. But I took the technique, took it a few steps further. So just check on what my hands are doing while I'm going to be talking to Julian in a moment. Okay, I guess we have to wait for him to get back. Guess it's going to take a little time. I can tell you my favorite joke. What's a chameleon in space? It's dead. Yeah, it's cool for you to come back. Fantastic. Hi, Julian. You good?
I am very good.
Did you hear any of what I did?
Well, a bit, but I tried to avoid it.
You tried to avoid it. Okay, fantastic. Did you hear the joke I made?
No.
Okay, because it was fantastic. You should definitely watch back the show. It's the greatest joke that's been devised ever. I promise. It's going to be worth it just to rewatch this, just for that joke. Okay, Julian, in a moment, you're going to be drawing something. You've got pen and paper. In a moment, I want you to draw a picture. Now, I don't want you to draw the obvious. Please don't draw a house. Don't draw a boat. Don't draw a tree. Don't draw the obvious. So don't draw a house. Don't draw a boat. Don't draw a tree. Just don't draw the obvious. You got something in mind?
Yes, I've got something.
Okay, perfect. Don't show me what it is, okay? That's going to be important. Keep it covered. I'm going to be drawing something on here as well. Making a quick drawing. So this is a very homemade show, as you can see. I sort of just stuck this together. I literally didn't leave the house to make this show for you guys. So everything that's in the show, I had in the house, like this. I printed everything and sort of, yeah, staying in self-isolation, which is really important right now for all of you guys as well. Okay, Julian, sorry, I just sort of got caught up in my own talking right there. I already saw you smile a little bit, okay? I think I might have already given away what I drew. But essentially, this wasn't an experiment in mind reading, it was an experiment in influence. And if you rewatch it later, you'll see exactly what I did. I explained it to the people ahead of time. But how cool would it be if you just drew exactly what I wanted you to draw? Would that be cool?
That would be amazing.
Perfect. I love that. Well, let's check. What did you draw?
I drew a sun.
Can you show it to the camera?
A sun, I don't know if you can see it.
And I think we're spot on. You drew a sun, I drew a sun. Thank you so much. And I think people at home will probably know how I did this. And if you do, you can share it or keep it a secret for yourself. Did you enjoy yourself, Julian?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you so much for joining me on stage tonight. I really appreciate it. I hope you're good. Stay safe, stay healthy, and yeah, see you soon. Actually, where are you from?
From Switzerland.
You're from Switzerland. I don't have any performance coming up there in the nearest time, but any person on here today, if you have a performance that's close to you and you see I'm going to be there, just send me a direct message. You're welcome. I'm going to +1 you on the guest list. So if you see anything that I'm going to be near you, and of course Patrick as well, I'm more than welcome to join. Thank you, Julian. Have a great night. Thanks so much. Cheers. Keep magic, man. Cheers. All right, and that's out. Set list. Okay, good. Let's see how we're doing right now. So we guessed a PIN code. Well, about 25 minutes in. That's good. So I think we're good in time. We guessed a PIN code. We influenced someone. I did a group experiment where I sort of tried to read all of you. Sorry, wow, that sounded really bad. But a quick personality test Now, if you've been to Mind Games, which is my touring show in the Netherlands, or if you've been to Comedy in Mind, which is my show in Germany, you'll know that I usually play with 2 live musicians on stage. Usually have 2 live musicians on stage. And they can't be here, obviously, because they're in Essen and Bielefeld, respectively, so they can't make it. But I talked to my pianist, who composes and arranges all the music for Mind Games and Comedy in Mind. He's amazing. He's a wonderful, wonderful musician. And I'd like to call him into the live chat. He agreed to play a quick piece for us. Now, this is a Mentalism. It's piano, but it's still magic. So I'm going to call him into the live chat. He's going to play a quick 2-minute piece for us. Let's see if I can find him. Let's see how he's doing. Let's see if he actually, I told him to send a request. Yes, there you go, Henning Neidhardt. And, you know, if you see his tag, just give him a follow as well. Show the man some love. And if you need anything composed for like a short movie or anything, hit up Henning as well. He composes for your events. He makes soundscapes, which are wonderful. And I think it's coming in.
Hi.
There you go. Henning.
Good to see you, Timon. I'm glad that you shaved yourself, because yesterday I saw you without shaving and it was awful.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
I know. How's it going? You good?
Good. I'm just really enjoying the show, and I hope everybody else is enjoying it too. So.
Well, I think they're going to enjoy it a whole lot more in just a second when you're going to be playing us a piece. What are you going to play? What are you going to play for us? Can you just tell us what's the piece?
Yeah, I thought about it, and I think I'm going to play a song from our theater show. It's called, the show, you just said it, it's called Mind Games. And I'm going to play a piece that actually you, Timon, me, and our drummer Kevin are playing live on stage.
Yeah.
But now I'm just doing it solo piano, so I'm curious how it's going.
Perfect. And see, someone already said Sauber 4 Auge.
Sauber 4 Auge. All
Just
right.
hashtag it.
All right.
All right.
So I'm going to turn the camera.
Cheers. I'll just lean back here and see if I can turn the light a little bit. Oh, now we got mood. Yeah, I love it. Ich hatte Gänsehaut, Alter. Geil. Ja, love it.
Washing your hands, everybody, and stay at home.
Yeah, stay at home. So just hit him up with some clappy, smiley, some hearts. You didn't see it, Henning, but you got the most hearts that we've had on the show so far. So
Great. That's actually how it works, Timon.
I know that. Just give him some heart. Amazing, and he's a wonderful artist. Hit him up. Thanks, Henning. Have a good night, man. I hope to see you soon. I miss you, man. Cheers. Wasn't that beautiful? That was absolutely wonderful, right? I absolutely loved that. Oh, so good, so good. Okay, we're gonna get to the part of the show that is the most challenging for me, actually, as a performer, because it's usually when I do it on stage, I do it in comedy in mind. It's also the most challenging, and so to do it through Instagram is gonna be even harder. Essentially, I'm going to try and fake being a psychic. So I'm going to try and be a psychic medium. I'm going to try to do what psychic mediums often do. They'll have you come to their events. You'll think of a question from your life that is important to you. For example, what should I study later? Or will I be able to pay the mortgage? Something like that. And I'm going to try and have some of you think of questions. So essentially now is another chance to send invites to be in the live video, because I'm going to repeat the same thing with a few people. So if you have a question in mind, something that's important to you, something in your life that you would go to a psychic for to have answered, send an invite now. Take the question firmly in your mind. You need to have a question in mind. I'm going to try and read that question. I'm going to try and fake being a psychic. Now, obviously, I'm not really a psychic. So just want to put out there that anything you see is what it would look like if I were using my techniques. So let's see. Okay, there's more invites coming in. So let's see what's going on. I think I'm going to do this like 3-4 times, something like that. So I'm going to repeat it. I just invited someone in. Daisy, hey, hello. How's it going?
I'm good.
You good? You look happy.
I'm nervous.
You're nervous? Well, that's fine. You sent an invite. So thank you so much for doing that, even though you're nervous. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
Have you been enjoying yourself?
Yes, really.
Fantastic. I'm so glad to hear it. Desiree, don't tell me what it is, but you have a question in mind?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And this is a question that you could go to a psychic reader with, and they could contact the other side and try and answer it?
Maybe.
Maybe they could look into like their crystal ball. Okay, we'll see if that works. Desiree, without telling me what the question is, can you just tell me, you know, a little bit about yourself? Just, you know, 1 or 2 sentences. Just tell me like what makes you you.
So I really like playing the flute.
Okay.
Since 7 years about, or 8 now. I am really ambitious. And sensible, yeah.
And sorry, what was the last thing?
Sensible? Is it called? Like?
Yeah, that's a word. I just didn't hear it. Okay, perfect. So you're a musician, you're really ambitious, you're very sensitive or sensible. I like that, that's good. And that's exactly the vibe that I'm getting off you. Can you just hold your hand against the camera, sort of as if I was reading the palms of your hand? Can you just do that for me?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. You can take it down. Desiree, I believe that, especially concerning this question, it's a question that you haven't in your mind, you haven't had it in your mind for super long, right? It's a recent question, isn't it?
Yes.
I also believe this is a question that doesn't necessarily concern only your future. I think it concerns more people around you. Is that correct?
Yes.
I think when you were thinking about this question, you had some specific people in mind that you were worried about, maybe even. There's some worry involved, isn't there?
Yeah.
Okay. Do I get the impression of, is there something, does this have something to do with your grandparents or your parents?
Also, yeah, with a lot.
Okay. Now, I do believe I know what your question is, but I'm going to give you an answer first. The answer to your question, I believe, is unfortunately, I don't know. I think this is something that I don't know, but I can give you an extra answer to it, and that is that oftentimes the things that seem the longest in advance will seem like they were only a blink of a moment afterwards, especially when we're surrounded with friends, and especially when we hold together. And I believe you're asking me how long this corona situation will prevail, aren't you? Is that your question?
Yes.
Well, perfect. I'm sorry that I can't give you any promises for how long it's going to take, but do take my word for it. If we keep together and if we get through this together, at one point, hopefully, it's going to seem like it was over in the blink of an eye, and we will have learned from it and we will have grown. And I get you worry about your grandparents. That is completely justified, and that's why it's so important that we stay at home and that we self-isolate. And I think you've been doing that already. So keep doing that. Stay healthy. Thanks so much for tuning in. You did fantastic.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm going to hang up to avoid any lag. Thanks, Izzy. Give her some clappies and hand smileys. Great.
Bye.
Bye. Wow, that was good. Okay, let's repeat that. Essentially, there's more people with questions, right, that you could ask a psychic reader. So I'm going to just call more people into this. Okay, let's call someone else. Now at this point, I'm calling women specifically into the live chat because I had like 4 men in a row, 3 men in a row, so I'm just calling women into the live chat specifically at this point. Hello. Yeah, Chiara sounded like a female name. How's it going?
Great. And you?
I'm good, thank you. Chiara, where are you?
I'm in Munich.
You're in Munich, okay. And how's the situation?
It's alright. I mean, situations like this bring out the worst and the best in people. And there are a lot of neighbors who are like working together and like, oh, I can go shopping for you. But there are also people like, I don't care. I'm not sick. I can go out and shop and do whatever.
I know there's some people like that. You look a little worried at this point. Are you okay?
Well, I have a weak immune system and my mother isn't the youngest anymore, so I mean, we are at risk, and also a lot of friends of mine, and I just think that a lot of people don't get it. Like, they don't get the curve thing. Yeah.
I'm completely with you on that. And actually, thank you so much for calling in, because everyone that's watching this right now, this is why you're going to stay home, okay? So this is why you're going to stay home, not because of yourself, not because you need to take care of yourself, but because we take care of each other and her. But there's like a million other, and you're one in a million, obviously, Chiara, but there's a million others like you that we need to take care of.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for tuning in. You do have a question. Do you have a question in mind?
Yeah.
You do. Fantastic. Would you like me to try and answer it for you?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I can try and take your mind off things a little bit. Now, you already told us that you have a weak immune system, and thanks for sharing that. But can you maybe tell us 1 or 2 more things about yourself? Sort of, what do you like to do? What are you passionate about? Just a couple things.
I really love music and acting. Something I did since I was a baby, probably. And I also love my friends. One of them is on live right now.
Oh, great. Who is it?
Hi, Janine.
Hi, Janine.
I love animals. I'm more like an animal person than a human person.
Okay.
And yeah, I love learning things. I love school, actually.
Cool. Great. I love that. I wish I would have loved school. So now I love schooling myself. So that's good. Chiara, now when you had your question in mind and you were talking about this, I heard a lot of words of affection fall. You were looking into animals. You love animals. You were talking about your mother. So I believe that your question, I think you're the type of person whose question probably has to do with other people as well. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, I think so. I think there's someone else involved at this point. I also think this is a question that you probably thought about. It's not very recent, is it? I think this is a question that sort of keeps popping up time and time again, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think it's also a question that you've worried about a little, haven't you?
Yes.
Okay, I think I know what your question is, and I'm going to give you an answer. I believe this is a question that you sometimes ask yourself when you look in the mirror. And I know this because I've been asking myself that same question when I looked in the mirror in the past. And the answer to that question that I gave myself was always no, or was always there is no chance that that is going to happen. And I believe this is a question that you don't need to continue asking yourself, because if you've been reading the comments right here and just from getting the vibe from you, you're a wonderful human being. You are smart, you're intelligent, and I don't mean this because like don't misconstrue this, anyone, but you're smart, intelligent, you're beautiful, you're just a wonderful human being all around. And I think the question that you were asking is whether you'll ever find true love, isn't it?
Yes.
That was your question?
Yeah.
And then let me just tell you one quick thing about true love, because I've been in a lot of relationships that destroyed me and that were horrible for me until I found my girlfriend at this point, and I think that is true love, and it's sort of just self-explanatory for us that we're gonna stay together. But this is because at the point that we met each other, I wasn't looking for someone to complete me, but I sort of found the moment where I said, I'm happy and I want to be with you, instead of saying, I'm gonna be happy if I'm with you. And I think that is the one thing that I learned, and that sort of, you know, brought me to myself, and that allowed me to find that, or that allowed me to allow for true love. And I sincerely hope that you will get to that point as well.
It's beautiful.
Does it answer your question?
Yes.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Keep your head up. If you need anything, just hit me up. And if you see that I'm somewhere around your area and you can make it to the show, please hit me up as well.
I will.
Give her some love in the comments, guys. And thanks so much, Tiara.
Thanks
Have a
for
good
all
night.
lovely people who...
Yeah, stay healthy and stay safe, okay? And all the best to your mother as well. So, sorry, that it just broke off for a moment. Okay, I'm gonna hang up, okay?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Tiara. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
You
Okay, got a little bit laggy at the end, but thanks so much for tuning in, Chiara. That was wonderful. Let's do maybe two more if people are still up for this. Let's see how we're doing time-wise. Okay, so we're gonna do a couple more of these. If people want to send a request to be in the live feed, I'm gonna take more people into this. I'm gonna try and get through a little more quickly. Let's see. I'm trying to find another woman. Let's see. Okay. Sorry, it's somehow lagging. I think the internet just got a little slower. Wait, here we go. Okay, I think I found someone. Let's see if you can hit me up. Let's see if she's gonna. Lucia. It sounds like a female name. Not getting a connection, or are we getting a connection? Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm very good, and you?
I'm good, thank you. Are you having a nice show?
Yes, it's very interesting because I'm also interested in psychology, and it's very good for me.
Do you study psychology, or do you look into it?
I know I read books about it and watch YouTube videos because I'm 17 and I'm going to school.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, let's see if I can apply my psychology with you. Would that be okay?
Of course.
Perfect. You have a question in mind that you could ask a psychic reader?
Yes.
Great. Can you just put your hand forward like this?
Okay.
I'll just move it up a little bit so I can see your palm.
So, like...
Yeah, I can't see anything. But that's because palm reading is bullshit and it doesn't work. So that's fine. You can take your hand down. Thank you. But I do believe, just for talking for you briefly, and I'm going to keep it brief because it's kind of laggy between us. So I think just like our personal connection is fine, but I think the internet connection is not entirely holding up here. Are you in a small city or?
I'm living in a village near Hamburg.
Okay, so that explains it. I think just from getting you a vibe, and don't think me too forward, but if I were to just give you the answer, there's the potential for 8, but the answer is 2. Would that answer your question?
Yes.
Perfect. Now I think everyone's probably going to wonder what your question was. So I think the question, I actually, again, I have to say this was just an answer I threw out there, but I sort of estimated you to be the person that would think the question to bring to a mind reader is how many children will I have? Was that your question?
Yes.
Perfect. And so I just gave you the answer that a mind reader would give you. They would say there's the potential for 8, but the answer is 2. Obviously, I don't know that. I just want to put out there, I don't actually know how many children you are going to have, and that is going to be hopefully entirely up to you. So whatever feels right for you, I hope you can make those wishes come true, and also hope that you have a few years before, well, I mean, however long you want to wait, really, right? But I think it's going to be a few years before you're going to make that true.
Yeah, thank you.
Does that answer your question? I need to keep it short, yeah. Kind of laggy. Well, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate that. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'm going to be in Hamburg in November, I want to say. So hit me up if you want to come to the show. I'll give you a +1 ticket.
Oh, yes, that would be cool. Thank you.
You'd be most welcome at the show.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Thank you, Lucia. Bye-bye. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
Okay, so let's do one last one. I'm gonna invite one more female participant into the show, and then we'll finish off on the last experiment of the night. And I hope that you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you have, send me a message afterwards, because I can't really read all your comments on here. So send me a message telling me whether you enjoyed it or if anything should be done differently. If you have a question in mind still, send me an invite so I can take you into the chat. Let's see. I think there's also people that have been in here for a little while, and they've probably been waiting for a while. Wow, there's been so many sent. Hello, wait, sorry. It's somehow whenever I want to invite people into the chat, it keeps lagging, so please forgive me for that. I don't entirely know why it's doing that. I'm just trying to go through here. Why is it? It's not allowing me to invite anyone. So it's not doing that. Okay, is it doing this now? So this should be a Natalie. Oh, it's not a Natalie. Hello. How are you? I can't hear you actually.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. How's it going?
It's going well. Trying to stay healthy.
Perfect. Okay, wait, let me see if I can. I'll call you back in a moment. I'll see if I can actually find a female volunteer. I'm so sorry. Cheers. I might call you for the final one then. Thank you. Okay, let's try again, and otherwise we just call this man back. Can you send me your... Okay. Let's see if this is working. Sorry, it's like really laggy when I'm trying to choose.
Hi.
Hello. Okay, that looks more like a Natalie.
No, I'm Julia. Hi.
Okay, well, welcome. Hi. How are you?
Hi, Timon.
Oh my God, I saw you actually posted in your story that you were dressing up, right?
Yeah, of course.
So you follow
some what's the Werbung in English?
Advertisement?
Support. Still supporting you. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Can you show us what you're wearing? What did you dress up for?
Yeah, of course. I just have a glittery jacket.
Love it.
I still have my pajamas on, so.
I mean, that's a good combination. That's very fashionable. I love it. And people are loving it right now as well. If anyone else dressed up for tonight, send us a photo, okay? I want to see it. Thank you so much for actually dressing up. I really wanted people to like get popcorn and sit down and dress up and make this feel tonight as much as we can. How's the situation for you? The whole coronavirus thing, how's it going?
Yeah, it's still okay. I'm still at home for since Friday, so I'm still chilling and I'm not going out. So it's, I had asthma a few years ago, so I'm not really know if it's quite good if I go out. So
I see. I see.
Yeah.
Well, again, here's another example of why we need to take care of each other. So thank you. Julia, you have a question in mind. You're going to be the last person I do this with. You have a question in mind that you could ask a psychic?
Yes, I have.
Perfect. Without telling me what the question is, can you just tell me a little bit about yourself? What makes you you?
What makes me me? I don't know. I'm Julia. I'm a little bit crazy about theaters. I love to go out, watching some Netflix. I don't know, chilling.
That says enough. That says enough. Okay.
It's just I'm photography, yeah. I'm still photographing.
You're a photographer.
I forgot,
Perfect.
sorry. It's the most
Well,
important thing in my
people
life.
should go to your, you can probably see her Instagram tag. People should go to your profile. Do you have any photos on your profile?
I have, yeah.
Okay, people should go there, go to her profile, check out the photos, give her some likes. If you like the photos, send her some comments. Like it. That's what I need. Like, you really need to tell people if you appreciate their art.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Julia, I believe that your question is a question that, so we had questions about relationships, we've had questions about health, how long will the corona crisis be, we've had questions about the future, how many children will I have. I believe your question is also about the future, but it's not really about relationships, is it?
Right. Correct.
I believe this is something that you've sort of been asking yourself time and time again because you like theater, and so there's been some worry there, hasn't there?
Yeah.
I believe this is also a question that I can answer for you because I've been struggling with it. Well, let me just give you this question straight. Is your question whether you'll have enough money to live or whether you'll be rich? Is that your question?
No.
No? What's your question? I think then I might have gone completely off track there.
Sorry?
What's your question? I think I might have lost track with you then.
Oh, my question was how the weather is going to be tomorrow.
Say again?
I want to know the weather tomorrow.
Want to know the weather tomorrow? Okay, so it's the immediate future, not the near future. I almost got there and then I left it. Well, the only answer I can give you is the weather is going to be as good as you're going to make it. I can't make you any promises, but it's going to be exactly 20 degrees and the sun is going to be shining. There's going to be a little bit of rain around 2 p.m. your time in your area. That's my prediction for the weather.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Julia. Completely went off track there. Thank you. Cheers.
Ciao.
Stay healthy, okay?
Yeah, I will.
Okay, love the outfit. I think I got a little bit distracted because she dressed up so beautifully. We're going to move into the last experiment at this point. So this is your chance to sort of send in another request. There's more people sending in requests. Let's go for a man again now, because then we sort of have a good balance of people in here. So let's see. Actually, let me just call back the gentleman that I just chucked out, which I feel really bad about. Here we go. Sorry, again, it just keeps lagging. It's really annoying. Why does it do this? There we go. And can I now add him? Oh, it's Nathan. So it's not Natalie, it's Nathan, because I threw you out. How's it going?
How's it going?
You good?
I'm alive.
You're alive. How's the situation where you are?
They started shutting down restaurants, and there's going to be a curfew probably implemented in the next few days. So
what does a curfew mean exactly?
It means that people have to be inside their house at a certain time.
Okay.
So it just keeps people who don't need to be on the roads off of them, essentially.
Fair enough. That sounds intense. And how are you holding up?
I'm good. Trying to stay inside, try to keep away from getting sick.
Fair enough. All good. All right, Nathan, because you're gonna have to stay inside, we're gonna take a little trip together to outside, if that's cool with you.
That is perfect.
Good. Before we do this, I'm just gonna show you this. You just look at this. Did you see that?
I did.
Fantastic. So this little code is going to become important in a moment. Now, Nathan, I'd like to imagine that, maybe you're visiting me. Maybe you're in Amsterdam. And if you ever are in Amsterdam, just hit me up. And if any of you ever are in Amsterdam, you want to have a coffee and I'm free, just hit me up. I'm happy to do that, or just give you some
coffee.
Some of the best tips on where to go. People are asking, where are you from, Nathan?
Kentucky.
Kentucky. So you're tuning in from America. What time is it there?
It's about 2 p.m. Well, you start at 2 p.m., so it's probably around 3.
Okay, fair enough. Cool. Nathan, I'm sorry, we just lost some time again, so I'll just show you this again.
Okay.
And I'll take it down. Great. Nathan, I'd like to imagine that maybe you're coming to visit, and we have a zoo here. I'm not a fan of zoos necessarily. I don't think they're so cool. So the great thing is that we're going to be walking by the zoo, and 25 seconds remaining. What's happening here? I guess I can only go for an hour live. Okay, Nathan, name an animal that you find in the zoo. I'll give you a hint. It lives in cold climate. Now.
A penguin.
Penguin. That's exactly right.
Oh shit.
We found a penguin right here. Okay, 5 seconds. I'm gonna come back online. Follow me back online. Still cool, okay? So we got some people. Okay, you saw it. Fantastic. So essentially that was the last experiment we were going to be doing. Now here's the ending to the show. Before I end the show, I just want to say this. This was for free. I don't ask for any donations. Simply because I don't need them right now. I'm lucky enough that I have put some money to the back, so I just, you know, I'm good. But if you want to buy a ticket and you want to pay it forward, you want to give some magic of your own, please pay it forward. Either support a local artist, support local businesses, give to charity if you want, support hospitals, you can do that. So just pay it forward to somewhere, okay? We're all just trying to give some magic. Maybe 6 months down the road it's going to change. Maybe I'll come to you hand in hand. But at this point I simply don't need to ask for the donations. So just pay it forward, and otherwise you don't need to pay anything for it. You're welcome to just tune in, and if I'm doing this again, just tune in for free. I'm more than welcome for you, more than happy for you to do that. Gonna finish the show in just a moment. If you want to see another show like this, hit me up, send me a message if you enjoyed it. If there's anything that I should do different, hit me up as well. Be like penguins in mind, huddle together, stick together. Don't be like penguins in actual life. For now, you're gonna socially isolate. And I want to close the show the way that I started the show, because there are some people that say that hope is like a bubble that will burst at the slightest touch. And I said, I don't believe that. I believe that if we go together, we can hold on to hope and we can create magic together. Stay healthy, stay kind, stay safe. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hopefully see you again soon. Cheers. This was Mind Games Online. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully see you again soon.